yes, the speed of the electron itself gets reduced, right? Now at that time the reference electron generated, which has a constant speed, so less speed electron, it is early electron, so a reference electron will catch that particular early generated electron because the speed gets reduced because of the negative field. Now there is one another electron that is called as the late electron, which are emitted after the reference electron. So first electron emitted, that is early electron, then the reference electron, and then the late electron. Now at that time here we are observing a positive half voltage over there. So whatever the electron have gain a higher positive voltage, so speed gets increased. So late electron has more speed, reference electron has constant speed, and early electron has less speed. So both these electrons meet at a particular point within this particular drift space, and that particular point the bunching of the electron, it will takes place. Now whatever the bunching process, through this bunching process the amplification of the signal, it will be done. So within this particular drift space we are observing the electron bunch over here, electron bunch over here, and these electron bunch will reach to this particular drift space, right? Sorry, to this particular gap B. So because of this particular gap B, whatever the signal gets amplified, and the amplified signal we get at the RF output side. So the velocity of the electron varies in accordance with the RF input voltage, resulting in the velocity modulation of the electron beam. As a result, these actions, the electron in the bunching limit gradually bunch together as they travels down to the drift space from gap A to the gap B. The pulsating stream of electron pass through gap B and excite oscillations in the output cavity, that is called as the catcher cavity. So because of this particular excitation, the density of the electron passing the gap B is very cyclically with the time, and that is electron beam contains AC current, and this current gets modulated and we get a drift space convert velocity modulation into the current modulation, and finally the amplified signal we will get at the output of the catcher cavity, right? So I will once again repeat the whole process. So this particular two cavity klystron has buncher cavity and catcher cavity. This is separated by the drift space. We are having electron gun. So electron gun generates electron. The collector or anode will have highly positive terminal, which will attract the generated electron. Now whatever the signal which we want to amplify, it is given to the RF in. Now through this RF input signal, AC signal is given, which is applied to the gap A. Now whenever there is a positive voltage across gap A, the electrons speed is increased. Whenever there is zero voltage across gap A, the speed is constant, and whenever there is a negative voltage across gap A, the speed is less. So if early electron is facing the negative voltage, then its speed gets reduced. Reference electron is a constant speed electron, and the late electron is facing a positive voltage, so speed gets increased. So the reduced electron, speed reduced electron, it is early electron, constant speed it is reference electron, and the fastest electron, it is nothing but the late electron. Both all these three electrons get bunched within this particular drift space, and it will reach to this particular gap B, and in gap B the excitation will take place, and the amplified signal we will reach at the RF output side. So this is all about the two cavity klystron operation. So thank you very much.